Hi class, my name is Becky Wiederholt and this is the Unit 6 discussion for Project Management 692. So stakeholder management is the different processes that are designed to engage and inform the stakeholders of the different developments and the project setting and the projects that they specifically have an interest in. And this is important because the relationship that's built with the stakeholders helps to determine how successful the project is in the end. And part of the project plan answers why. So, why the stakeholders need the specific information, and why sharing that information also elevates the stakeholder engagement. So, the major components of the stakeholder management plan are the stakeholder identification and analysis, and this includes their power, interest, importance, demands, and their relevance. The stakeholder planning, which is collecting the key issues and actions. The stakeholder engagement, which is increasing support and decreasing the negative impacts of the risk. The stakeholder communications is the final piece, which is the methods and timeframes used to communicate with the stakeholder from the project manager. Stakeholder theory addresses business ethics, morals, and values when managing stakeholders and the stakeholders that are specifically involved with the project and the organization. And it's used to improve those relationships with the stakeholders. And improving those relationships helps to improve productivity and efficiency of the project in the organization as a whole. So how has the stakeholder management changed? The stakeholder management communication has changed over time with technology advances and improvements. This makes communication easier and more available as a direct link to the stakeholders from the project manager. So platforms that can be used are Zoom, which is an online conferencing that we use for this class as well, LinkedIn, which is a social media platform, and then also short messages, emails, texts, and other. So how do organizations perform successful stakeholder management? The organizations can do this by utilizing the people, process, and technology triangle, and then this can be assisted by using standardized processes and tools to ensure that everyone is using the same methods. The people need to execute the processes correctly. The organization has to be sufficient to support the people and the technology available supports both the organizational usage and the people performing the work. So how to get stakeholders on your side? First, you have to do the power and interest grid. And what that does is it ranks the the stakeholders, and then you want to focus on the ones that have the high interest and the high power first and early on, so that they can understand all the advantages of the project. And finally, the best way to deliver bad news to the stakeholders is you'll want to first identify which stakeholders need the information. And it's best to deliver that information in either a face-to-face or a video conference. And then finally, you want to remain factual on what happened, why it happened, and also what actions are going to be needed to follow up on this. All right, thank you.